Hello again, all you patriots out there. This is Papa Johannes Patriot coming again with a few opinions. It seems our illustrious leader, the most arrogant Barack Hussein Obama, has shown his true colors again. Recently, there was an unfortunate situation in which a Harvard professor named Mr. Gates was arrested at his residence. This situation has brought a big problem in the media. As soon as all the details are finally released, that is the tapes from 911 as well as the police tapes, we'll be able to judge for ourselves exactly what happened. The problem is that Mr. Obama, not knowing all the details of the situation, went off in the deep end and stated on nationwide TV that the police department involved acted stupidly. Well, the only one who acted stupidly was Mr. Obama. Not knowing all the details of the situation, he should have declined comment. He could take notice that the situation needs to be looked into, and he was concerned about what had happened. But as far as editorializing and making his comments about police stupidity, he should have kept that kind of thing to himself. But what do you expect of this man who constantly lies to the American public? The Bible says the thief comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. And Mr. Obama fits this very well. We're facing the possibility of disastrous legislation concerning your health. Mr. Obama keeps lying to us because he does not know what's going on. Currently, there are several versions of this legislation being worked upon, and it doesn't seem like Mr. Obama knows what's in these various pieces of legislation. Now, he promised that this legislation went through if you already have a health provider that you're satisfied with, you can keep it. However, according to those who have read the documentation, this is an outright lie. Mr. Obama lied to us when he pushed through the stimulus package. And yet we are supposed to accept his word on the health care legislation. He's been caught in a lie several times when asked questions about the legislation, and in one case he had no idea. Okay, why do I say, well, he's a liar? Well, it's being proved. He's a thief. If someone takes money out of your pocket, that's called theft. Destruction is headed our way if he is allowed to keep pressing his kinds of legislation. Under the new health care plan, your taxes will pay for abortions. Under this managed health care, a board of sorts will decide whether or not you should receive treatment, and if so, what kind of treatment. That basically means if you are elderly, they can decide, well, we don't think it's feasible to do this treatment for you. In other words, you're just too old to spend money on. If you have a special needs child, your child might be denied the necessary medical care because this board doesn't seem to think it's worthwhile to make the expenditure. You've already heard the terrible stories of people in Canada and Great Britain who deal with this socialized medicine, all the horror stories. Well, if Mr. Obama has his way, he will have the same kind of things to deal with. So, he's a liar. He's a thief. He's in office to steal, to kill, and destroy our American way of life. Now, fortunately, there are members of his own party who are opposed to the way he wants the health legislation to go through. They're debating it. Nancy Pelosi, as her usual pushiness person, is trying to ram this through Congress. We have others who are involved with all this nastiness behind the scene, and some are very forward vocally. You have Henry Waxman, who helped push through that over 1,000-page climate, cap and trade, whatever you want to call it, legislation not too long ago. Barney Franks is on the list of people who are out to do us in. Chris Dodd, he's another one of those liars. Tim Geithner, the Treasury. Well, there are many people who have no respect for this little twerp. Good old Barbara Boxer. Nothing but arrogancy. Who got on to a military man for daring to address her as ma'am. Good old Al Gore. Another lying thief. If this cap and trade goes through, he's going to make lots and lots of money. John Murtha, back in Pennsylvania. He's on the list that one organization keeps. They have him listed as the most corrupt person on their list. Harry Reid is another one of these people who are pushing and pushing and pushing. Now listen, patriots. You can hold your congressmen. Make sure they understand when legislation comes up, they must read it thoroughly. They can't just go ahead and say vote yes for it when they have no or little idea of what the legislation entails. Patriots, you must do your duty. God bless America.